good to go. What's up, you guys? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Dab. Let's get my music going. I don't have my headphones charged, so we can do shit a little different. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully it's not too quiet. We'll see. Make sure I switch over from top chat to live chat real quick. What's up, Zion, Matt? My shit. What's up, Jose? Organic? How you guys doing this morning? Let me sign into my shit real quick. Sound is good, sound is not good. So you guys can't hear or you can hear? Like, which one is it? You guys are so confusing. Y'all all over the place. Y'all take a dab and figure that shit out. You gotta put your phone up to your ear. Probably need some headphones, G. Fuck, I gotta reset another user account real quick. Wake and bake. Alright, you guys can hear, I don't know, fuck it. Yo! Cheers! birthday, Tony. Woo. You gotta install a dosatron now, hell. Toilet.
Indigo anthem, fly like passports, no randoms. Searching for that purpose, merge with little bit of peace of mind on this earth, bitch. Earth shit of a kind. Esoteric tattoos, man, Jews, case rules, nothing to the blind. I'm on another plateau, can most get the cash goes how I roast and to the top of a mountain, top of your dream, chop chop. They find a fountain in gleams, fear not. You don't need a pocket of green, just a gold in your heart and your eyes. Supreme King, like James B. King, or receive ring. Metaphor for the Lord, that I'm in a claw. Trap yours when the holy cross, like stream, nigga, all aboard. The world's yours, so I puff the earth and levitate.
So I wanted to show you guys something real quick. I was just looking at the picture of when I flipped. When I flipped this round, where they were at, and if you look at where they're at now, we're only 19 days later. Wow. Even I am surprised at how quickly they grew this time around. Very, very, very impressed. I have a picture here. Yeah. Unreal. You guys, it wouldn't even do it justice. Let me see if I can pull it up on here and show you guys. But it is so fucking much bigger and taller and just ridiculous. I have so many pictures of my kids on my phone. There's like kids and weed. That's all I've got pictures of on my phone. Kids and weed. Alright, let's see here. Let me find the picture and then I'll pull it up and share it. So here is the start. I mean, they're so fucking much taller than this now. Look at this trellis pole. The plants are all the way up here. Way up here. This was the room at the start of the flip. Could you imagine if I would have waited any longer? If I would have said, hey, let me fill in every single little gap in this canopy, it would have been insane. No fucking thank you. Alright, you guys, it is officially day number 1. Just left the fan leaves, removed the nodes. I'm going to direct that energy to the tops where we want it. Did some super cropping. Got everything laid out nice and even. And we're ready to rock. Bro, if I went in that room right now, you wouldn't even know what the fuck is going on. I mean, it doesn't look like the same room. It doesn't look like the same room at all. I know, you guys. I know about the headphones. Look, I'm charging them. Look, I'll pull one out and put it on and see if it's better with just one headphone. But I'm charging them. They need a minute. Bruh. Bruh. It's not detecting the fact that, oh yeah, and it's definitely connected. So I'm gonna have to restart Streamlabs OBS because it doesn't want to detect that I now have a Bluetooth device connected. So it's gonna make me restart this shit. Bruh. No. No. No, 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 no. That's silly. Don't do that. Wow. It really doesn't detect it. That's annoying as fucking shit. Alright, hold on, let me see. I don't know how fast I could restart this shit. I don't think it's gonna work though. Channels requires a restart. Desktop audio device, mic device. Yo, all right, there we go. This is probably going to sound like it's coming out of one side of your speaker because the volume, I mean, I only have one in. I think it might have charged enough. All right, there we go. Crybabies. Wah, wah, we can't hear you. Wah. I'm just playing with you guys. All right, well, anyways, Let's get our music going. Let's go back to some old Mystic. Old Mystic. Some OG Mystic. Scrolling way back in the time. Oh, I went too far back. Now I'm in his instrumentals. Damn it. Ooh.
Yo, this one goes out to all my sovereignless dabbers out there.
What the fuck?
Thought you had it well.
I thought you play over the right shit. What happened? What? Okay, there we go. Shit. I got the You don't say that shit no more. Now he's like, I got that 710.
Dabbing so clean on that rosin, when they flossing, I'm just getting lost in the dream. I only fuck with that sovereignless, so none at all unless I take a farm river green. I don't need Mary Jane, need me. She smelling so good and she tasting so sweet. Yeah, yeah. You smelling so good and she tasting so sweet. Hey.
How's the audio now, motherfuckers? How is it now? Better? You guys like that? We got a good balance. Alright. Who's new here? We have any new people in here? I don't think so. We got our core 30. Remember the other day I told you guys it was like 30, 40 people. It's always like the same core people. That's why I feel like I could just. If YouTube decided to say fuck you, SB and V, after all of these years, I can't say I would be too hurt. I can't say I'd be too hurt. I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I don't really care about all the content that I've put out. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I lost all my content, because I honestly don't even know how many people are looking at it. You know? Ooh, let's go with this one. I like this one. Oh my god, this shit's a whole ass vibe. Hold on, I need some turpentines before this big ass dab. What the fuck? Where did it go? Why did it pause again? What happened? Why did it pause? It's weird. Okay. Sorry, I gotta mute it.
This is what we fear, and is near, is near. Or is it really though? I ain't got a clue, but I really wanna know.
Mystical hash on this centripetal mass, physical glass, finna hit me with a pivotal blast. Typical gas, open up a SB&V pack, need any hash, tedious task, keeping clean, bang good at that. Need me a slab, I'm impressed with slab. I'm just acting it out, trying to do all the math. Yeah, I'm calling a cab, cause I cannot drive. Just trying to survive, yeah, the whole night. I was dabbing my life away, but I'm alright. Yeah, just trying to survive the night. I'ma just load up another and help and make it through this pandemic with my brothers. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot down. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot down. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. Smoking on hash, stirring a lot now. About to smoke a lot now. Smoking on
opened the Turk faucets in your fucking nose and just it couldn't hold it. Not wedding crashing schmacks, bud. Sit back and relax off that. Oh my gosh. Alright, can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me. What's going on? No? No audio? Can't hear me? What's up, what's up, what's up? I think it auto clipped it. Hold on. Alright, there we go. That should be better. Hopefully. How's that? Everything better or no? Still can't hear my voice. Okay. How's that? Let's see here. There's no audio enhancements enabled on here. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. If it's not working, then is it still tripping? You guys still can't hear me? Because it looks like it's working on my screen, but I think that Windows automatically clipped the volume back when I was coughing. So I fixed that. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good. I don't think it's built into the mic. I think it's built into Windows. Because the microphone doesn't have the ability to turn down the volume or change the settings in Windows. There's no actual application for these headphones. It's just a raw Bluetooth connection. There's no software. So it has to be Windows. I mean, if it's low compared to the volume of stuff that I share, that's just because, I mean, you got to understand how audio works. If I share a raw file, you're getting direct audio from that file. And depending on how loud I have that channel, it might come through real loud like it did last time. Yeah. Yep. Good to go. Fucking baked up and caked up, son. You know what sucks? Sounds like I'm inside of a plastic barrel. God damn, you guys are never happy. just fucking with you. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing there. You're in my ears. I mean, I can turn it down a little bit. Is that better? How's that? Y'all about to make me have to get like a whole ass fucking streaming station with a dedicated computer and microphone and headphones. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Why? I don't know. What the fuck? Spatial sound is off. I'm so stoned, but I gotta figure this out now. 'Cause Streamlabs, bitch, Streamlabs, fucking kind. Let's see this video. In my opinion, good, 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 motherfucker. All right. I don't know what the issue is here. I'm kind of fucking over it. I don't give a fuck anymore. It could sound like I'm fucking talking into my own asshole for all I care. I'm really, really big. Probably gonna take one more dab to finish off this jar. And then I'm gonna put on one mango tech sleeve because that's the only one I was able to find. And then I'm gonna put on this old clean dress sock that I cut the fucking holes out of so I could put a glove on my hand and go like this and not get fucking my arms all itchy and shit. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, okay? I gotta find my other fucking mango tech sleeve or I gotta just order more pairs. But we're getting fucking El Saco in this bitch. I'm tired of getting my arms all itchy and shit. It's just not cool, man. SB&B talk show. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't give me a whole lot of topics of conversation, to be honest. I usually just come on here and get high and then start ranting about something that I see or heard in the last day or two. I wish you guys would give me some more starting points of, we could talk about more shit that you guys are actually interested in. Like yesterday was completely random. Yesterday's daily dab, I was planning on taking you guys in there with me to defoliate. Got busy with my 9 to 5 and wasn't able to do that. So instead, we ended up talking about consultation services and how to value yourself and your time. And it was really good talk. But yeah, yeah, you guys, man, if you guys gave me some more topics to go off of, that would be awesome because I run out of shit to talk about. I hate monologuing, and I wish I had somebody from the SB&D squad that would hop on here. but they're always busy because those guys are hustlers too. So hell yeah, dirty. That's what's up. I'll take some. Nathan says potassium deficiency. And Wicked Joe says you can see the roots in the clover. Fuck yeah, that's dope. It's exciting times. You know, I don't think I'll ever go back to using an arrow cloner. They work. They work really well. But do you know how much fucking work goes in to maintaining an arrow cloner so that it's sterile and you get roots good every time and no issues? It's not worth it. It's so not worth it. You know how easy it is to just throw 30 to 40 fucking root riots or little starter cubes like Rockwool cubes or peat moss cubes, whatever, into a dome. Take your cuts and just bloop, 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 and then put the dome on and you're done. It's so much work. So potassium deficiency. All right, here's a good one. I mean, I don't know what you want to talk about. I guess it depends on what stage of growth you're in. If you want to know how to correct it, etc., how to identify it. I guess we start there. But potassium deficiency is, you got to remember, potassium is your energy element. You know, and it's gonna, it's like your health and energy combo. So if the plant doesn't have potassium, it's not going to be able to fuel a lot of the more higher energy demand processes like flowering, right? Especially towards the end of flower, potassium is really important to give it a boost to continue the flowering process and finish up strong, because it will deplete potassium quickly. It can show up as a lot of different ways, but typically, if you're experiencing a potassium deficiency, you're also going to be experiencing other deficiencies, including micronutrients. In which case, whenever you have other micronutrient deficiencies coupled with a potassium deficiency, it will present itself as purple stems and streaking. And it will look similar to a CalMag deficiency or phosphorus deficiency, but it's almost impossible to narrow down specifically whether it was the micronutrient that went deficient first or the potassium that went deficient first. Um, so it's always good to make sure that you properly identify that it's a potassium deficiency, not only through visual inspection, but through a tissue sample as well, and get the tissue from the leaf sent to the lab. They'll analyze it and they'll break down the elemental ppm value within the tissue and tell you what's present, what's deficient, what's good, what's not. And then you'll be able to narrow down exactly what the primary deficiency is. And once you identify the primary deficiency and you can confirm if it's potassium or not, then you can adjust your feed accordingly by either increasing the amount of potassium or increasing or decreasing your pH to put it potassium more in the available uptake range. Um, it's never a bad idea to supplement additional potassium, but you have to make sure that you don't overdo it because you can throw your ratios out of whack. And again, you don't want to supplement something unless you know for sure that's what it is that's missing. Mulder's chart will have you spinning yourself in circles for days or weeks trying to figure out which element is the culprit and which one is the antagonist that started the downward spiral. But you'll never be able to figure it out again. Never figure it out until you test at least your leaf tissue. And I would also recommend testing two other things at minimum: your medium and your nutrient solution input. What's up, Manny? Regalia, yep, yep. Predator mites are great. So, a good resource here, there. So you can check that out. And so if you go to this website, they have a very, very thorough breakdown of what you need to handle every type of common um, pest that you might encounter in the garden. It's really cool. I'm not going to walk you guys through it. You can check it out on your own time. But if you have issues with anything, just go there, see what it is that they recommend, and grab it, and just follow their instructions. Hold on. How in the fuck did I leave for that long and come back to more viewers? That's cool. Whatever. Welcome to the stream. I love my family, but goddamn, sometimes I just want to go 6 hours of working or doing whatever the fuck I need to do without doing that. It's so hard to bounce between 9 to 5, you guys, other work, business, wife, kids, house, dogs, bruh. Oh my God. I'm just catching up with the chat here. Holy dab D8. Fuck out of here, Mystic. Oh my God. Thought I was gonna catch you. Caught you, fool. Okay. I'm caught up. That was quick. Welcome back, Mike. Hey, holler at your boy, Mike. I don't know. Maybe you just needed a moment of silence. Yo, who texted me? I bet you it's Groot. I knew it was Groot. Coming to pick up his cuts. What necklace is this? It's a SB&V custom pendant. I have an order that I asked Dabs Mick for more. He's gonna make them, but I gotta wait like a month. And it's missing the opal on here. What do you mean? What do you mean mixing dabs? Like strains? Delta 8? I mean, I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to Delta 8, to be honest with you. I know a little bit about it from watching Future 4200 and GLG and shit, but um I don't know, bro. Like I don't understand, why aren't you just smoking hash rosin? That's where I'm gonna start that. That's where I'll leave that at. Actually, I'll start that and leave that right there. Why aren't you smoking hash rosin? Boy, got me fucked up. Thought I was about to go down that rat hole. Tripping. Boy said Delta. Man, look, I'll tell you what. I'll do a giveaway right now. You guys ready? We got 2 giveaways to do. First giveaway will be for the Power SI that we started on Batsizimo last stream and it didn't do. And I don't even know if anybody entered into it, if it announced it on the chat or not. I'm not quite sure. So, um, hmm, guys, remember if it showed it? Close and edit. It's on YouTube. Say boom, bada bam. There we go. Said Batsizimo works like your microphone. All right, cool. Well, that's working. Um, it looks like we're talking about nutrients. My eyes are fucking sleepy. Wake up, eyes. Too many fucking wedding crasher stabs. Okay, so crop salt and Power SI. I could talk to you guys about that stuff. I wonder if what's his name is available. Okay, so crop salt, you can run it at the recommended feed strength all the way through. Okay. However, if you have a room that's high PPFD, high CO2, high temp, you're pushing these plants hard, the plants are going to need more than the 2.1, 2.2 EC that crop salt feeds at. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to feed at a higher EC. It means that you need to allow the EC in the medium to stack higher. You could accomplish that through overnight drybacks and throughout the day drybacks in between irrigations, combination of both, whatever. But if you can't obtain that consistent EC, that pour water EC, where the plants are going to need it for a high demand room, then you're going to have to increase the EC at the dripper, okay? And also try and push more on the stack, okay? Larger drybacks. So personally, I find in my room, again, I would consider my room to be like a fucking NASCAR. You know what I'm saying? Like it's high octane. You got to have race gas pumping. If my plants don't have a minimum of 5 to 7 pour water EC throughout veg, I mean consistently throughout the day. I'm not talking drybacks at night. I'm talking consistent. They're going to go deficient. They're going to have pith autolysis. They're going to start having issues. Okay. Now, even if I'm stacking that EC, I won't get deficiencies, but I'm going to get pith autolysis in my room if I don't increase the dripper EC. For me personally, I have to run the recommended 2.2 to 2.5 right out of the gate for clones that are freshly transplanted, ready to go with roots. And then after that, I increase it up to about 3.2 EC. And again, this is because my room is pumping. I'm pushing them hard and fast. You guys see how fast they grow, how big they grow, how much light they get. They're getting a lot of airflow, fast dry backs. It's pretty intense. So, um, like let me see here. Let's see if I could pull up the charts. Oops, hey there. There we go. So, I mean, look at these intense dry backs right here overnight that we're getting. It's just deep ass dry backs to where I'm having to hit them with the mid morning irrigation here. Deep dry backs from 53% down to 32%, 30%. It's a huge dry back. That's great. Right here from 51, almost 52%, all the way down to 19%. That's an amazing dry back. Huge, huge. Just stacking. Look at that. Whew, you see off the charts. Once your content drops below about 20%, the EC reading gets a little unreliable. But I mean, just beautiful. Look at this crossover. This is exactly what we want to see. This is a great progression right here. Could even stack this a little higher. I would like to see this in the 20s. So clean your chiller hoses, replace them. It's a spectrum test. It's hard for me to compare right now because I need to defoliate the cooler side of the room. From what I can tell, it looks like it's chunking up significantly more. They both look like they stacked the same. The blue side looks like it stretched a tad bit more in a positive way and allowed for a little bit more bud stacking. But I'll be able to tell when I go in and defoliate today. The It definitely looks like it's chunking up more. The buds look like they're just swelling up way faster. But I don't know. I'll have to go in and see today. I haven't really had a chance to be in there much. Intro to crop steering is an introduction. It's not super, super advanced, but if you're new to this, it's going to seem super advanced. Even if you've been growing for 20 years, growers have found that class is super, super informative and helpful. I got to charge my headphones. This right one just died already. My left one's probably not far behind it. So now it's probably going to sound off. I recommend growing. Okay, here when you're making a decision on how you want to start, I don't think that either one is necessarily easier than the other. They each have their certain nuances, and depending on who you are as a person and your situation, you have to make the right decision, what's more appropriate for you. Here's how I would decide. If you're the type of person who likes to have control and be able to change the recipe and see an instant reaction in the plant and know if what you did was good, good or bad, okay, go with cubes. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you go with go with soil because it's more forgiving. Now, when people say that comparatively to cubes, they could be right and they could be wrong, but in my opinion, they're mostly just throwing up bullshit straw man arguments that don't make sense. Because check it out. If you're a new grower Would you rather bet on the fact that you're not going to make that many mistakes at all? Or would you rather bet on the fact that if you make a mistake and you can correct it right away, you're going to be good? Okay. If you fuck up in soil, starting with your base blend of soil and your amendments, etc., you're fucked right off the bat. Same way as in hydro. If you hit them too high of an EC right off the bat, you're fucked. Right? Wrong pH, you're fucked. But in soil, you can't fix it right away. In hydro, I can fix it within 5 fucking minutes. And the plants are going to respond within an hour. You know? So there's a lot more ability to correct mistakes and get back on the right path of success and do it faster, which is less detrimental to growth and therefore yield and quality. So if you want to have a better chance of being successful right off the bat, learn how to take more control right off the bat. Okay. By learning how your inputs affect the plant and seeing that immediate response, even if your goal is to ultimately grow in soil. If you start in hydro and you get an understanding of the macro nutrients and the micronutrients, right, or the primary and the secondary, right, you can really get a firm understanding of the plant biology, the soil biology, or medium biology, how certain things are taken up better at certain pHs, how certain things look, right? You can go deficient quickly in hydro and you can see an issue, assess it, diagnose what it is, and then correct it right away and check and see if you resolve the problem. So it's a good way to learn a very fundamental set of skills and a broad spectrum of general science knowledge that's going to apply in soil as well, right? The same elements in hydro, they do the same thing for the plant in soil. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't differ. So it's a great way to learn. It's like taking the fast track course versus taking the fucking slow bus. If you want to take the slow bus all the way through elementary school, then go for it. Personally, I'd rather hop on the fucking Amtrak, get through that shit, and then move on. So that's personally, I liked hydro for that reason. I was able to control every single input, see an immediate response, learn so much faster than a lot of my peers. And now I can take that same knowledge and use it in a more general sense to, grow in other mediums or help other people grow in other mediums. So I'm just getting caught up with the chat here. This is Lagunita, something, little something. Mystics like don't forget power aside. I see it. I see it. Okay, we're gonna call it now. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna share my screen too because you guys are gonna be like, cheater. Because you already know what the fuck happens, bro. You guys already know what the fuck happens. Tell me what happens. Who wins these? What? Why? Why is there a check mark next to this person's name? I didn't even pick the winner. It's weird. Stream overlay. There it is. That's not the fucking doo-doo bomb shit. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna share my real screen. You guys can see the whole thing. Wow, I gotta move that. Oh boy. I don't drink. You guys know I'm about to be fucking litty titty in a minute. There it is. Jesus. You guys ready? I'm only clicking it one motherfucking time. Okay? Clickety clack. Winner selected. Well, who fucking won, son? Does it say? Who won? Who won? What the fuck, Bautissimo? Who won? Lone Dabber. There we go. The Lone Dabber. Lone? Hit me on IG and I'll give you a code for free Power SI. Okay. He said it makes up for the one you didn't claim. Give you a rundown on the Power SI. All you see is hype around it. I mean, what is it that you want a rundown on that isn't explained on the bottle? And the best way to understand if a product works for you is to use it, you know? SI works. Power SI works. I've done grows with and without it, and I won't run without it, both in veg and in bloom, especially their bloom formula. It has organic biostimulants in it, which help with bud onset and flower development, helps with terpene production. I mean, try it for yourself. I don't personally advocate any products that I don't use myself, and I wouldn't waste money on a product that I think is hype. I've been using it for about 4 years now, at least, and I've used other silicates, and yeah, they work. But do I get all of the same effects as Power SI? And do I feel like those other grows are as strong and as good of a quality? No, I don't. So for me, I use Power SI, and if people want to dislike it because it's hyped up, then dislike it. But if you try it and you don't see a difference, then you'll be one of the few. You know what I'm saying? But you also have to understand nothing that we give the plant is magic. If you don't have the proper environment if your other variables are not already in check, then you're not really going to see much of an improvement. You can't put a band-aid over a fucking machete wound and be like, oh, look, it's supposed to make it all better now. It didn't do that much. It's still bleeding everywhere. Like, bro, you got to get all your other shit in line. It's like adding CO2 as a supplement isn't going to magically make your plants bigger, better, stronger unless you're taking advantage of the additional CO2. Same thing with Power SI and a lot of other additives. They aren't necessary, which is why they are considered an additive. However, if you do add them, you have to take advantage of them, right? Um, it's like taking a protein shake. Drinking protein doesn't make you bigger. You have to take advantage of the fact that you're supplementing protein and go work the fuck out. So, you got to make sure that everything else is bumping and in tune with your garden before you try and throw a product at it and see if you notice a difference. Um, but every single grower that I've ever talked to or seen do a comparison, when they do a side by side of not using any SI at all versus using Power SI, it's a night and day difference where you would be like, holy fuck, take my money, right? Now, if you're comparing that situation to another situation, which is somebody who's already using a good silicate, you might not see as drastic changes. So those people who do comparisons of one silica versus another, they might not notice those subtle changes because it's difficult to, unless everything else is dialed in, and two, they might not be familiar enough with the product, or maybe their strain doesn't react the same way, and maybe if they tried a different strain, it would. So there's just a whole lot of variables. But I don't know anybody that's gone from using Power SI and said, I'm going to try this other bottled silicate product. Okay, here I come. Typically it's like if I'm going to drop Power SI, I'm going to go and mix my own nutrients. Um, yeah, there you go. If you don't get results from Power SI, you should probably learn how to grow first. That's a harsh way of putting it, but yeah. Mm, Pretty sure we can get you all of the Power SI to Canada, no problem. But I'll have to double check for you. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat. Family's home. Thanks for the stream today, you guys. I'll catch you guys with a nice update later as an